Hello everyone, here in this practice we are going to learn how to use substitution variables in select statement. Here we have two practices. The first one, write a query that prompts the user for a department ID and then display the employee ID, last name, salary, department ID and manager ID for all employees working on the entered department ID. Test the data with the following values: department ID equal 90, department ID equal 110. So we want to write a select statement that display the employee ID, select employee underscore ID, the last name, last underscore name, salary, department underscore ID, and manager underscore ID from table employees where department underscore ID equal. Here we want to return all employees working on the enter department ID. So we want to use here a substitution variable to allow the end user to enter a department ID. So we can use here ampersand and then name of the variable, for example department ID. Highlight the select statement and click run. So as we can see, Oracle SQL developer prompt a value for the depth underscore ID variable. So here we can test our select statement by using department ID 90. We can put here 90. So the select statement here returns all employees working, as we can see, in department 90. If you run the select statement again, as we can see, it asks you to enter a value for the variable. We can put here, for example, 110. Click enter. As we can see, it returns all employees working in department 110. So here, as we can see, we can use substitution variable to make our select statement more flexible. Instead of providing a fixed value for the department ID, we can use here a variable that allow the end user to enter a value instead of using a specific value. The second part here, edit the previous practice, sort the output based on a selected column entered by the end user. So here we want to edit this select statement and we want to sort the data, order by, but here we want the column that will be used by the order by to be selected by the end user. So here we can use a substitution variable. We can put here ampersand, for example, and we put here order underscore column. We can highlight the select statement here and click run. So as we can see, it asks for the department ID variable. We can put here 90, click OK, and then ask for the second variable, which is order underscore column. We want to order the data, for example, by using salary. Click OK. So as we can see, it retains all employees working in department 90 and the output ordered by the salary in ascending order. If you click run again, we can put here, for example, department 100, and we want to order the data by using, for example, employee underscore ID. So as we can see, it retains the employees working on department 100 and the data ordered by using the employee ID. We can use here, for example, set verify on. Set verify on, as we learned in the lesson, will display the select statement before replacing the substitution variable with a value and after replacing the substitution variable with a value. So we can run the select statement here, put the value, for example, 100, and we want to order the data by using, for example, employee underscore ID, and click here OK. So this is the output of the select statement. The employees work in department 100, as we can see, and the data ordered by the employee ID. If you go here to the script output, so here, as we can see, this is old and this is the new. This is the original select statement, which is the select statement before replacing substitution variables with values, and this is the new select statement after you provide values for the substitution variable. So as we can see here, department ID equal 100 and order by employee ID. If you run the select statement again, we put, for example, 90 and order by, for example, salary, and click OK. So this is the output, department 90, and order by the salary. If you go to the script output here, this is the old select statement, and this is the new select statement after providing values for the substitution variables. This is cumulative output. We can clear, for example, here the output, and we can run the statement again, 90 salary. So this is the output of the select statement, and this is the script output here. So this is the select statement before replacing the substitution variables with the values, and this is the select statement after replacing substitution variables with values. So this is the mean by set verify on. If you put here off, clear this output here, and run the statement again, 90 salary. This is the output of the select statement. If you go to the script output, as we can see, there is no old and new select statement. This is set verify off. We can save the select statement to a file. For example, we can go to a specific directory structure here, and we can save it here, test query 2, and click save. So everything here in this worksheet saved to a file test_query2.sql, as we can see here. If you want to go to the file location, you can go to the directory where you store the file. It is under C app. Here we go. This is our file. You can open it, for example, using any text editor. For example, you can open it by using Notepad. And this is our statement. Everything in the worksheet will be saved to the file, as we can see. So this is a script. You can close this worksheet, and we can open a new worksheet as HR user, HR connection here, and click OK. You can open the file by using file, open, and go to the directory structure where you save the file, and this is our file, as we can see. You can run the file directly by using at, and then you can specify the path and the name of the file. So this is our path here, and the name of the file is test_query2.sql. So this is how to run SQL commands stored in a file. You can put at here, the path of the file, and then name of the file. Once finished, we can click run. So as we can see here, enter substitution variable for department ID 90 and salary. So this is the output. The employees working in department 90, as we can see, and the output ordered by the salary. So in this practice, we learned how to use substitution variable in select statement. I hope this video was informative for you, and thank you for watching.